5-Minute Read: The Courage to be Disliked. Today, let's explore The Courage to be Disliked, a book that offers us 5 types of courage to overcome the fear of being disliked and help us gain confidence and freedom. The first type is the courage to accept the past. When others hurt us, we feel pain and anger. We often believe that this pain is caused by the actions of others, attributing our suffering to past events. However, the author Adler holds a different perspective. He advocates for teleology, the belief that pain is not caused by the past but determined by our current goals. We fear being hurt again and hope that others will remember our pain and cherish us. So, we choose to make ourselves suffer to make others feel guilty, using anger as a source of courage. However, the book points out that pain is not caused by the past but created by ourselves. We decide our own suffering, rather than letting past experiences determine our pain. Therefore, with the courage to free ourselves from the past, we can gain the courage to be happy. The second type is the courage to accept oneself. The book points out that all troubles stem from interpersonal relationships, from the fear of being disliked. Due to this fear, we only focus on our flaws and fail to see our strengths, leading to a sense of inferiority and a feeling of worthlessness. Some people use their sense of inferiority as a driving force for personal growth. However, those who are afraid to accept themselves can develop pathological inferiority. For example, let's say John is short in stature and always feels inferior to others. As a result, he remains silent in a crowd, subconsciously hoping for others' pity. The book mentions that when someone always presents themselves as lonely, pitiful, arrogant, or superior, they are actually using their misfortune as a weapon, and as a result, they will always need misfortune. The book suggests that healthy inferiority is not about comparison with others but with our ideal self. Everyone has differences, whether it be gender, appearance, or knowledge. There are no two identical individuals in the world. These differences do not involve good or bad or superior or inferior. We should embrace these differences positively. For example, while John may be short, he may possess more charisma than others. We cannot change objective facts, but we can change our subjective interpretation because we live in a subjective world. The third type is the courage to accept others. Whenever there is competition in interpersonal relationships, we compare ourselves and feel inferior. When we realize that there is no need to win over others, we can break free from the cycle of competition. We no longer seek victory or hold onto our correctness, and we no longer fear failure. We become genuinely happy for others and contribute to their happiness. Competitive relationships transform into cooperative relationships. When we perceive everyone as our partners, we no longer see the world as a dangerous place. We no longer live in suspicion but instead view the world as a safe and comfortable space. The fourth type is the courage to stop seeking recognition. If we crave others' approval too much, we live according to their expectations, surrendering our freedom to them. Why do we care so much about others' opinions? It is because we haven't learned to distinguish responsibility. Responsibility separation, in simple terms, means determining who should take responsibility, whose responsibility it is. For example, in a relationship, trust is our responsibility, and how that trust is treated is the other person's responsibility. When facing any decision, we can ask ourselves, whose responsibility is this? By differentiating our responsibility from others and not interfering with others' responsibilities or letting them interfere with ours, interpersonal relationships undergo significant changes. This reflects the first step toward happiness. The fifth type is the courage to contribute oneself. All troubles stem from interpersonal relationships, and the source of happiness also lies in interpersonal relationships. When we view others as partners, we can find our place among them. In this position, we can make our contributions and feel our own value. It is only when we feel our own value that we gain courage. The formation of such a partnership is called a community. Each person exists in multiple communities of different sizes, whether it is family, friends, colleagues, or even society. There is no need to overly worry about the breakdown of a particular relationship, because living in fear of relationship breakdown is an extremely limiting way of life. When we feel a lack of value in a particular community, we can confidently leave it and enter the next one. Instead of catering to others or trying to control them, we shift our focus to caring for and encouraging others, offering help. In doing so, we can establish a sense of community, feel a sense of value, and increase our courage, happiness, and sense of contribution. This is the definition of happiness. When these 5 types of courage come together, they form a courage to embrace ordinariness, providing us with the strength to live in the present moment. The courage to be disliked teaches us that life is not a straight line but a series of continuous points in the present. The biggest lie in life is to detach from the present, dwell on the past, and worry about the future. For those interested in this perspective, another book to consider is The Power of Now. In conclusion, let me share a quote from the book, "Move forward courageously, unafraid of being disliked, move forward courageously, not going with the flow." That is true freedom.